today, there's this video that's been making the rounds on the internet of this guy completely owning this girl. You know, he just kept on going on and on.
Man, I feel so bad for the girl.
My heart bleeds for this woman.
Oh my god.
My heart bleeds for this woman. It was horrible.
It was a massacre. It was a massacre. It wasn't even a fight. It was a massacre. Nah.
It was like taking a bazooka to a knife fight.
It was like giving Thanos the 6 Infinity Stones. Here, Merry Christmas.
And you made him snap
I
twice.
made it.
I snapped twice.
I like
yes, it was.
Nah, that was what it was.
It was. But anyways, we'll have the video here today. We want to give you guys our thoughts, and we know these thoughts of ours might not exactly conform with mainstream narrative. But I mean, if it conform with mainstream narrative, would that make this place alternate angles?
Nope.
No. So please do us the honors, I mean.
Okay. Ça va.
To comprehend, that's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol.
A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people
Gotcha.
lack values. People
Gotcha.
lack values. People
Gotcha.
lack values. So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you
Gotcha.
can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
I don't know about you guys, but I, as a person, I am sick and tired of having these podcasts where we have women sitting in the panel, Onlyfans models, and then we have these guys who just constantly talk down, denigrate, speak down on these women and just completely own them. Why would you invite people who you consider mentally lesser than you are? Because for me, it looks like a straw man. It's, you know, if you want to go into fighting, you want to learn how to fight. They give you this straw man that you can just like use your sword, whatever. Yeah. They can't defend themselves.
Yeah.
Which is to say, if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
I'm just good for nothing. I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that that's what you're good for.
And all of that. But the truth is, have you guys ever asked yourself this question? Why is that every single time you invite these women to come on your podcast, they keep on coming? I mean, I, as a woman, as an OnlyFans model, that I know I'm senseless, I do not have anything in my head. I'm basically a what do you call it? A cum loader or something. Do you get? You know, cum bucket. Do you understand? Like, do you get like, or you know, like I mean, they constantly say stuff like, oh, this girl has taken more loads than a top loader washing machine, like stuff like that. Do you understand? But I will get exposed to stuff like that. Why should I come on your podcast? Let me tell you why I should come. Number one, I know that your audience is filled with lonely men who are incels, who are constantly looking for the next OnlyFans model to subscribe to. Okay? Me, as an OnlyFans model who needs more exposure for my business, because I mean, the more subscribers I get, the more money I make.
Sure.
I come on your podcast, you give me the exposure that I need. I get the podcast hopefully blows up.
Yep.
All these other men in the comments saying, oh my god, you fucking hot. They are coming right to my profile to subscribe. In my own opinion, you call that woman dumb, she doesn't have anything in her head. But the truth is, she actually does. Because this is someone who is invested. I mean, of course, I'm not coming out here to defend adult content, because I don't subscribe to OnlyFans, whatever. But I'm just saying that in a way, she's actually trying to get her money up.
Sure.
Now, let's cut back to the guy actually doing the roasting. Market Davon Button. Now, according to some online research that we did.
Who is the saint and the sinner? I thought about putting together a whole dossier on this, but I'm too lazy. I don't care that much about this guy.
His name is, his nickname is the Saint and the Sinner. Like, do you see how that's conflicting?
The saint and the sinner.
The Saint and the Sinner. Like,
how does that make? Anyways,
bro is insane.
Bro is mad.
Bro is insane. But move off.
Sure.
Just enough to show you some of the funny shit that I've come across. Here is a video about him on his channel. Are you ready?
We leave Jomo Kenyatta Airport. Marquette's mobile rings. The chief of police is phoning to welcome Mr. Burton to Nairobi, sharing that an armed guard will be waiting in the morning to escort Marquette wherever he wishes to go. It's a mystery as to how such a young man has so many extraordinary connections around the planet. Marquette Davon is the real-life James Bond. Of all the leaders I've documented, I've never witnessed an armed guard so taken with the person they are charged with protecting. Marquette is a man you share your secrets with and laugh with, even if you have an AK-47 strapped over your shoulder. It's just that Marquette Davon Burton is enchanting and bold and kind. A Kenyan public school teacher reached out asking if he would be willing to surprise her students on their field trip to Nairobi. Despite other plans, with a smile, he agreed. The Kenyans literally rolled out the red carpet for Mr. Burton's arrival. He is an enigmatic figure, a businessman and a boxer, an author, a stoic, and a poet, and above all, a philosopher.
A stoic, a poet, a
Boxer,
technician, a boxer,
a
a
philosopher,
stoic, a gardener, a lawyer, an
a
engineer,
singer,
a mechanic. Man, it's basically Johnny Sins.
A leader in reforming global human culture. He's written a 3-sentence Bible. Be yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to good people.
This is the guy that says, I'm exploiting black people, by the way.
And here he is living that. Marquette Davon Burton.
So originally, I don't. There's a way to look this up, but like, apparently they made him change it. He originally had this YouTube video titled as BBC coverage or BBC Emerging World Leaders Profile, and then they made him change the title because obviously it's not a BBC thing.
Man's a grifter. You know, I said it. I said he's a grifter. Do you hear? He's a grifter. He's lying. That's what he does.
Nah, man.
Anyway,
Man's
go
a
on.
liar.
But this is Les Ruse. No, it's all fake. He's an actual scam artist. Like this whole profile is fake. He's not an emerging leader. He's not anything. This is the app that he says that he like invented for some company they work for, Fletch. It hasn't even been downloaded 1,000 times. I bet most of these downloads are probably just from people working on the project, seeing if it works on other devices. Like, this guy.
This guy's a clown. This guy's a clown.
So
This guy's a joke.
the downloads
It's a
are from
joke.
his co-workers. Oh, Ayo, did you download this? We download by her. And then this one goes, oh no, please,
I'll download it. I'll download it. I'll download it.
And they're like, oh wait,
I'll download it.
It works.
It
The
works.
button is just not big enough. Like, bro.
His whole life is a
This guy's a
scam.
joke.
He did a rug pull for $2,000.
What was that?
Limited supply. Assassin coin is now.
I can even imagine how many
This
people.
guy.
How many people bought that shit coin?
You know, it wasn't a shitcoin. It was an NFT. He did a rug pull for the NFT for $2,000. And you know what's crazy to me? This guy had a website where he enlisted himself to be worth over $100 million. How?
How are you doing a rug pull for $2,000
When you're worth when he
when you
claims
claim your net
you're
worth
worth
is $100
million, but you did a rug pull of $2,000.
Make that
Man
make
is
sense.
broke.
Make that make sense.
You're broke.
Make that make sense.
And you're here shaming
Shaming other
Onlyfans
people.
models who are coming on your podcast for exposure to people to make more money and get their own money up. I'm not here. See, we're not here defending OnlyFans models.
Nope.
I think it's degeneracy. I genuinely think it is. But I'm just like, if you're going to come, I mean, what's that? If you're going, those who live in glass houses
Don't
should
throw.
not throw stones. Do you understand? You better come with clean clothes. That's what I'm telling you.
True.
Come clean, come correct. We don't want this kind of rubbish. Don't just be coming here, just be clatting jargons on the internet.
Yapping.
We don't use just like yapping rubbish.
Yapping shit.
And then, a lot of young men. I mean, you people don't see this.
I feel like these guys, right? They really need to get their researches right. You don't just stay online and watch people insult other people, downgrade other people. Well, the internet is not to be a fake place though. But if you want to get your mentors or those people that like community, bros community, if you want to get your leaders right, do a research. Don't just sit back and allow people to see jargons and then you just like and then you just, you know. You start riding. You start doing stunts. You start doing stunts.
Stunt on this.
You start doing stunts. No.
Like, here's a plan B for that. There is supposed to not too, because you'll be riding too much.
I hope you get the joke though.
If they don't get it, man, you don't need to get off. Take all your shit and leave. Take all your shit and leave.
I'm dying. Anyways, listen. I mean, look at this guy. You are shaming most of these OnlyFans girls. I'm not like I said. We're not like glorifying OnlyFans people or whatsoever. But most of these chicks, they make as high as $1,500 per video.
That's
per day.
No, like monthly, yeah.
Like these girls been racking up the money.
Millions per
Because
year.
these guys, right? These ladies, right? They be charging you $10. You subscribe monthly, recurring, and some of them you see 150,000 subscribers. You be like, now I want you to do the maths. Just do the maths. Now you're bringing them on your pod. You are not as financially stable as the girls are.
It's not even financially.
Yet you are there shaming people that the only thing you have is your body. At least they are investing in their market
By coming on
your podcast.
to get more exposure.
You are doing free sponsored ads,
and you are doing fraud.
And you are doing fraud. You're not even a successful fraudster at that. You're not even successful in your craft, right?
$1,000 for a couple of days before collapsing to zero. If you look at the trade section, there's a bunch of transactions for removing liquidity. The transactions are going to his address, which have his own NFTs on them. $2,000. I noticed in one of his Kevin Samuels videos, he's calling out Kevin Samuels because he's saying like, oh, well, bro, when I search for your name, I don't see any companies you own. Aren't you an entrepreneur? So I looked up this guy's companies, okay? I looked up this dude's companies. I was curious, well, what do you own? What companies you done? This guy moved his entire business to fucking Erie in order to try and secure, hold on, $50,000 of investment. This is a guy that's worth... Oh, and then also...
So, you know, there's something I'm actually tired about with this red pill community and stuff.
Men issue.
Yeah, not even men issue.
The red pill community
men
is just like a group of toxic people that are men.
I won't do it well, I mean, clearly. But the thing is, the practice an ideology that says rules for thee but not for me, in which the rules that they ascribe to these men or that they set out, they don't practice what they preach. They're always talking about how all these women are loose, all these women are whores, all these women are whatever. Why they are out here claiming to be high value men and then going about not having any sort of control whatsoever, sleeping with whoever comes their way. In this clip, we're going to play you something which he said, which I just thought makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't.
Do you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense.
Like that, I would want a separate woman. Women have trouble understanding the thinking of men, which makes sense in as much as we can't really understand your thinking fully. Mm-hmm. But know this, you might say, Marquette, you like thick women, which I do. And then you see me with a Vietnamese woman, you're like, I thought you liked thick women. I also like thin women. I like tall women. I also like short women. And variety is a flavor, you dig? So it's like, what is a player to do when his favorite flavor is new?
I like how you said that.
Did you hear that? He said, "What's a player to do when your favorite flavor is new?" Just because a quote sounds good does not mean it rings true.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Do you understand? It does not mean it rings
It
true.
doesn't even sound. It doesn't even sound good.
I mean, no, to the
yeah.
Yes,
They're like
Yo,
bars,
but
bro.
it doesn't sound good. You have to actually think. I'm not saying I get it. I'm just like, if you claim to be a high value man, do you understand? I would expect that being a high value man, a self-proclaimed high value man, you will have self-control. You will have discipline.
Most of these guys don't have self-control. Most of these guys don't have self-control, and that's the major reason why I say that most time they like to bring people that they don't want to be able to counter whatever it is they are saying, because those people don't even understand. I mean, I saw a video one time where a lady was like, "You're just being narcissistic," and then this guy asked her, "What does narcissism means?" And then she couldn't fight back. She hears a lot of ladies say narcissism, and those are the kind of
misogyny.
misogyny, right? And so you're just being misogynistic. She was like, "What does misogynistic?" It was like, "What does misogynistic means?" And then she couldn't say anything. And then that was how she cried and left the she cried and left the podcast. He knows the kind of women he's bringing to the podcast. These people carefully select the people they are bringing on. So whenever you see people on the internet with like about 8 women, just know that those 8 women are carefully selected. Those are not random 8 women, they were carefully selected. And it could be the same thing for men as well. I mean, I could go around, pick random 8 men that I know will not be able to answer some certain questions, so don't have an idea in some facets of life, and ask them questions based on that, and they won't be able to say anything about it. They won't be able to fight back. When I saw them, they can't say anything, they can't say nothing. So that's just where it is though. And like you said, just because something sounds good doesn't mean it rings true.
True.
Like, you might just piece a lot of words together, just juggling a lot of.
It's just word salad.
It's just
word salad makes no sense.
It's just Teflon. It's just plastic. It's just plastic. There's no substance. It's just plastic. It looks fine. It looks pretty. It's an iPhone case, but an iPhone case is not an iPhone. You might put an iPhone case on an Android and it won't be an iPhone. Yeah. So just because it looks good does not mean it rings true. So that's just what it is, bro.
Yeah. So like I just wanted us to touch on this video and just do a quick dive, do you understand, into it, and just let you guys know what our thoughts are and how we actually feel about people who parrot and who propagate views like this. Do you understand? I'm just saying, like, to men, in general, like I know a lot of us are going through the loneliness that comes with being a man. I understand what that feels like, but we also have to be very, very careful and choose the right people to actually properly mentor us. You have to be very, very careful. Don't just fall into the group think and not be able to think for yourself.
True.
See grifters for who they really are.
True.
See people for who they really are. Before you choose your models, try to do some research on them. Try to understand who they are. Try to know what they espouse, what they actually believe in. This man, calling people broke, calling out women when he's actually just a scammer, a grifter who lies and then just does whatever, and just comes out and just says,
he does everything bad.
Yeah, just
he does everything bad. I mean,
just be careful.
He's scamming. He confessed right now that he's a womanizer, and
he didn't say he's a womanizer. He said, what I heard him say was that I lack self-control and discipline. That's what I heard him say. And as a high-value man who's supposed to be the epitome of what masculinity should be,
you won't say something like that.
I expect that you have some sense of self-control as a man.
True that.
Because how can you tell me you sleeping around with different women means that you're exposing yourself to diseases, one, unwanted children, probably broken homes, kids who live in broken homes and grew up in broken families. How does that in any way speak high value? How? It doesn't. So please.
It's people like this that when they get infected, they'll find ways to like infect other people just so they can prove a point.
No, it would say just because they are Onlyfans whores, so they're less than people.
Just so they can prove a point.
So yeah, I mean that's all I have to say.
That's it. I have nothing else to say. I mean, we said all we could, and like I just said, if you are picking your mentors, if you are one of those guys that like to belong into a community, if you cannot think for yourself, if you need other people to think for you, at least the least you can do for yourself is to make researches on the people that you are listening to. don't allow these guys to just fill in your head with jargons. You will become a very toxic and horrible person. And you regret it on the long run, because when other people are in their 40s, having their kids around, roaming about, having a successful career, you will just be somewhere healing one bastard that will eventually die one day. And then, what do they stand to gain? I mean, they're even making so much money off of you, because when you subscribe to those channels, they make so much money from it. When you subscribe to their views, they'll get more publicity. And then there's you, who is subscribing to that, but you don't have all of the clouts. You don't have all of the channels to rack in the income. And then you just be there. Nothing for you. You just be one of those normal people. You'll be one of those programmed people. You'll be a programmed person. So Ayo and I were talking some days ago, and I was talking about how there's beauty in difference. So if you cannot accept yourself for who you are, you want to belong into a community, the least you can do is at least make researches on the people you listen to, so that you belong into a reasonable community that will, in turn become, something tangible, and then you can make something of it, impact your life and those around you. But if you belong into a community like this, where the founder of the community is not even a real person, the personality is putting online is a scripted personality, man, you're fucked.
Sure.
You're fucked, man. Because he himself doesn't even accept his own reality. He's subscribing to people like you to have a life. The women on the Onlyfans is using just instruments for his own personal gain. They are also making so much money. The people he's insulting out there, the people he's, insulting and making ridicule of, are making so much money. You, who is subscribing to those norms and, enacting it in your day-to-day activities, it will not even work out, because communities are different. So you might just be out there,
Just comment, it helps us with the algorithm. Subscribe, please share the videos to your friends.
And loved
If
ones.
you enjoyed this video, please share this video. We're begging you, okay, like what? Literally on our knees. I know I'm not. The ground is low. Okay, I say I'm on my knees. Do you understand? I say I'm steady I'm on my knees. So please share, like, comments.
I really, really enjoy your comments. I really, really love your comments, but I don't want people that are really, really close to me sending their comments in my DMs or my WhatsApp or my Instagram. Please drop your comment in the YouTube comment section.
If you don't drop
it there,
drop it to me on WhatsApp.
drop me on
I will block you. Simple. So anyways, thank you guys.
Thank you.